just walked out of the theater from seeing the brand new Superman movie written and directed by James Gunn, starring David Cornsweet as our Man of Steel Superman and Clark Kent, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. And going into this one, I was unsure. I liked what James Gunn did with the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, but Superman's a little bit different, but he definitely injects his sense of humor and style into the film. Now, this movie basically throws us right into the story. Like, there's no origin story, although we do hear, he recants being sent there, and we see his parents from Krypton, and we see Mom and Pa Kent, obviously, but there is no origin story. We do not see, it doesn't start from the beginning. We see Superman right at the beginning, like they did in the trailer, where he lands on the ice, and that's where we start. So we're right into it. We learn that Superman's been around for a little while, and the Justice Gang's been around, and all these things, so people know who Superman is. So we're right in the middle of it. And I got to be honest, I like that approach. While it could confuse some people because we're introducing a new universe here, a new DC universe, spearheaded by James Gunn, I actually kind of like just being dropped right into it instead of doing the origin story all over again. I liked what they did at Man of Steel. I like that film. And obviously I love the original Superman, the Superman 2 Donner cut, the cut that was released theatrically. I think there's a lot of shortcomings with Richard Lester's vision, a way of a director he was. I mean, Donner was the better director, hands down. So when you watch that, Donner's vision is a lot clearer and a lot more solid than Lester's vision. At least I always felt that way. And I like Superman Returns, but I think this was a good way to do it. And, we already know Lex Luthor's been around. People know who he is. Lex Corp's there, or Luthor Corp. And, it definitely updates it for today with social media. Lex Luthor's waging a campaign against Superman on social media and making him look like a bad guy and all these things. But I got to be honest, I enjoyed myself. I got to see it in IMAX. I think David Cornsweet made for a fantastic Superman. And I knew he would be when I announced it because I saw him in Twisters last year, obviously. But from Pearl, when I announced it, it made sense because the way he was in Pearl, I could see him being Superman. He looks the part. He's tall. He's built. He looks like Superman. Rachel Brosnahan I was not familiar with, but I know she's done other stuff. I'm just not familiar with her, but I thought she did a really great job as Lois Lane. And she kind of looks a little bit like Margot Kidder from the 70s when they made the original, which is not a bad thing. I think that's great. Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, I thought he was really good. He really brought it as Lex Luthor. His egomaniac, he knows he's brilliant, but he's an absolute egomaniac, and his ego is what basically does him in at the end. I like the Justice Gang. I mean, there's a lot of characters in this film, but I thought they balanced it enough. And I've never read the comics, so I'm not familiar with them, but it was nice seeing Nathan Fillion he got quite a bit of screen time, and Mr. Fantastic I thought was great. So I didn't mind all the characters. I know some people complain about there's too many characters. I could see why some people would feel that way, because there is a lot of characters in this movie. But I thought they all got something to do, and we all got at least moments with them to get to learn, what's going on, their relationships. So I was fine with that. The action is well handled. There's some zany camera work that I would expect from James Gunn. There were some shots that I would have sworn Sam Raimi directed this film, honestly, with some of the zany camera moves. But I thought this was a well-handled reboot. And if you're worried about politics, there's no politics in this movie. I know there was some rumors, and with some of the interview clips, they must have edited those terribly. There's really no politics in here. So if you were worried about that or any other BS, you don't have to worry about that. This is a true blue, just a Superman story. I just thought it was just an entertaining superhero movie. It's probably the most entertaining superhero movie I've seen, well, definitely since Deadpool and Wolverine last summer. So at the end of the day, I enjoyed myself. I thought it was a solid, entertaining, good time. I would give James Gunn's Superman an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10 for Superman 2025. Have you seen this yet? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Share this video. I greatly would appreciate that. I'll be back soon with some more videos, but until next time, bye.